Let's see if that works. Hey, Vanessa, how you doing? All right, so let me reiterate what I stated. So the family dynamic that you were raised under, they are completely mortified by the truth that you are speaking. And they feel like that they can control the narrative of the situation by trying to get you caught up within a psychiatric or psychological. Okay, I just switched over to phones. They want you to be caught up with within some form of a psychiatric or psychological ward here. Okay. And how they're doing this here is that they don't want your truth to come out. So they are wanting to keep the lies to stay on top. And they've reached out to either a psychiatrist or a psychologist. And I feel like that this is a person that they knew from like a friend of a friend of a friend, you know? And as I mentioned before, just because someone has a degree doesn't make them a very positive person. You do have individuals here that may have their degree, but they are still operating on the negative side or aspect of things. Okay, and that's what's happening here. I'm going to start with the Kipper. Someone's name is Candace, or it could be Candy. Okay. It's like they feel like by using this psychiatrist or psychologist, they could be both. Their titles could have both a psychiatrist and psychologist. But I feel like that they feel by using this psychiatrist or psychologist here that they will win the gamble in regards to subduing you or more so making you submissive. You may have actually received calls from an unknown number, and when you looked it up yourself, it reverts back to a psychiatrist or a psychologist here. Okay? Now, this psychiatrist has secrets too. And a secret that they have here is that they're into trafficking of other people. So what the psychiatrists do here, and I'm going to bust all the tea, the psychiatrist looks for people that they feel don't have anyone. They look for people that they may feel very vulnerable. And they use that to their advantage to bring this person in to have like one-on-one sessions. They listen to the grievance in regards to what this person have to say in regards to their life. And then they go ahead and they try to create false realities surrounding that person with the complaint, meaning you. And they basically use that as evidence as if you are considered to be unwell or mentally unstable and things of that nature here because they want you to be caught up in some form of trafficking. Now, yes, the psychiatrist or psychologist is into trafficking. They don't want people to be aware of that. They don't want people to be aware that they are connected to this family dynamic here who's also into trafficking as well too. Because they're fully aware as to you not being connected to this family member or family dynamic. They're fully aware of how nasty or diabolical that this family dynamic could be, and they use that to their advantage, but your disadvantage. Okay? Knowing that this psychiatrist is aware as to what you went through, but they're completely bypassing it because they don't want you to speak the truth as to what's going on. The psychiatrist here is trying to get you to come in to have a one-on-one session with them so that way they can deem you as unwell or unsafe to the masses or more so the population. They're wanting to put you on some form of a drug or paraphernalia here, or prescribed drugs here to more so get you. It's like a wipeout, if that makes sense. When certain people take certain drugs, especially when they're speaking the truth, it puts them in a daze. An example would be in regards to the Beverly Hillbillies, the movie. When they put Granny into an actual mental asylum, but Granny was speaking the truth completely since day one. But they didn't want Granny's truth to be exposed to the world or more so to the massive here. So what they did was they thought that they could put Granny into a mental asylum here to make her to make her be deemed as something that she's not. But she's been telling the truth since day one. That's what this person is trying to do here. So either unbeknownst to you, or you could be aware, there is either a psychiatrist or a psychologist that has been watching you very closely based on the lies that the family members have been saying about you. But just because they're a psychiatrist doesn't mean that they're on the up and up. They also dibble and dabble in negative things as well too. Thug liar. They want you caught up on some form of, let's say, medicinal drug here to make you feel stuck. Look, I promise you, I'm not making it up. They want you to be on some form of erroneous drug or pharmaceutical drug here to make you forget your mind, or to make you to lose your mind, or forget you to not speak truth. Candle magic is definitely involved in this. So while they have the backing of the psychiatrist or psychologist here, the family members are doing spell work here to more so make sure that you don't remember what they have done to you. Again, if they claim that they're not guilty in regards to what they have done towards you, why are they going the extra mile to ensure that you never speak up? These are things that you must ask of self. It's very important to make sure that you have quiet time so you can see why things are working out in the way that it's working out. These family members are literally falling at the waistline trying to stop you from speaking out. But why do they need to do that? If they say or claim that the things that they have said that they have not done makes them not guilty. Again, always remember, guilty people are always going to tilt. They're always going to show you that side of themselves that they don't want you to see. And because they are very guilty in regards to what they have done towards you, you're going to see the true nature of truly how bullish or hellish this group of people have been towards you. Now, the reason why they have employed this psychologist or psychiatrist here is because they feel like that they have the correct qualifications to put you in a position where they can deem you as unwell. A lot of people see the truth as such, as being unwell, because we all know that the truth packs a huge punch to their gut. And a lot of people can't handle the severity of the truth that you speak. Your truth can clear miles and miles and miles of debris that they don't want people kicking up, or they don't want people to discover. This is why they work in group settings. This is why they work in tandem to ensure that your truth never gets out. For some of you guys that may have actually been admitted to a psychiatric ward, you do have the grounds to sue that company, that facility, that organizations, whatever the case may be. We have Gemini here in hidden agenda. And then we also have suffering in silence and narcissist. Well, goddamn. There's a Gemini here, a low vibrational Gemini, who felt like that they were more smarter than you, that they could use this psychiatrist or psychologist to go up against you in a negative way. They're suffering in silence now because not only is a psychiatrist or psychologist is exposed, this Gemini is also exposed as well for the things that they were trying to do towards you here. Your intuition is what's saving your life. Why do they need a psychiatrist to come and have a conversation with you? Why do they need a psychiatrist or a psychologist to come to more so pick your mouth or to see how they can stop you from speaking truth? What is so bad about speaking truth? That is a question you should ask yourself. What is so bad about speaking truth? What's the danger in you speaking truth? The danger here is that other people are caught up in the lies that they have spoke. And they're willing to fight you tooth and nail to ensure that you never ever speak the truth in regards to the lies that they have spoken. When someone doesn't have anything to lose, meaning they've exhausted all of their options, they're going to go the extra mile to ensure that their secrets are never exposed. Excuse me. We have sudden changes here. Someone's name is Natalie or Nadine. The reason why they're using this psychiatrist here is because this psychiatrist is fully aware in regards to how the mind works. And they're trying to use reverse psychology on you to get you to look like something that you're not. Again, all is mental. You can even look that up. You can put that in Google, and that will take you down a rabbit hole of information. All is mental. And they are confused as to why you're not falling to the tricks that they had up their sleeve in regards to you. Well, why ain't the collective falling? Well, why isn't the collective listening to what they have to say? Because you can see the plot in regards to what they're trying to do towards you here. They're very cold-hearted. It could be a Taurus. However it resonates. There's a Taurus here that's growing broke. So there's a Taurus here, a cold-hearted Taurus, that has been paying a psychiatrist or psychologist here to keep quiet. Shh, don't say nothing. Yeah, I'll pay you off, or whatever the case may be. Do whatever you need to do to ensure that this person is admitted to a psychiatric ward. For what reason should you be connected to a psychiatric ward? For what reason? Because of the truth, the harsh truth that you speak? So that warrants you to be placed in a psychiatric ward? That doesn't make sense. You're not understanding just how much truth that you speak. It becomes very debilitating to the lies that they speak. Your truth is very debilitating to the lies that they speak. And they don't want to never, ever feel superior, or more so inferior, not superior. They don't ever want to feel inferior to you. So they feel like if they work together in a group setting here, that it was supposed to cause a tower moment. And it did cause a tower moment. The truth did. The truth of what they have done towards you, which is a shocking message. Well, how do they know that? Well, they're not supposed to know that. Well, how do they know that we're supposed to hurt them? Well, how do they know that we're, and this and that? You were never supposed to be aware in regards to what they were trying to do towards you, which irritates me to my depths of my soul. You're coming towards me to hurt me, to put me in a very compromising position. And the only thing that they can think of as to why you know what they're trying to do towards you, they ain't worrying about the lies that they're spreading about you to not be true. The only thing they're worrying about as to why are you aware as to what they have been doing towards you. That's the only concern that they have. Someone's name is Nelson, Thompson, Amber Lynn, Valencia, Valerie, Valeria, Vincent, Vicky, Victoria, I'm hearing Wisconsin. So you could be from Wisconsin or however it resonates, but I'm hearing Wisconsin. I'm also hearing provolone cheese. So however it resonates. Yeah, black magic. Well, if we all come together, this is how the negative karmic is thinking. Well, if we come together and we start to chip away at their mind, or we start to get them to think that they're going crazy, and once we get a solid yes that they're going insane or mentally unwell within their mind here, we can then bring in the psychiatrist plotting to drive it home. They are literally begging for you to have a meltdown publicly. They need for you to crash out publicly. They're doing everything possible. They're pulling out all of the stops, or they're going the extra mile to ensure that you have a crash out publicly. They're willing to do anything possible to ensure, excuse me, they're willing to do anything possible to ensure that you crash out. They study you like a book. They study your triggers, which is why I always say, work on your shadows. Work on the intricate parts of self, the darker parts of self, that's going to help you not only heal yourself, but to guide you through the darkness into the light. It is imperative that you work on your darker aspects of self. Because the moment that you work on the darker aspects of self, it's not going to affect you. That's what they don't want you to do. I mean, cousins are watching you, aunts are watching you, uncles are watching you, family dynamic is watching you very closely, and they're working with a psychiatrist or a psychologist to get you caught up with an award for speaking mere truth, for speaking mere truth. Someone could call their father as Baba, B-A-B-A. I'm hearing Baba. Baba Thomas. I'm hearing the word Baba. So you may call your father as such. Someone's name is Michael. So this is a low vibrational Michael here. And there's a Michael here that really watches your every move. and they feel like that they have the backing, or they had the backing to break you down or destroy you. This Michael energy is not doing well at all. They feel very suicidal. We have freedom in reverse, karmic message upright. This Michael energy feels very suicidal. Repression is here. They feel very suicidal because they have to repress their feelings in regards to the truth. So you've been speaking a lot of truth, and it's triggering them to where they can't hide from their lies, or they can't run away from their lies. So they feel like that they have to repress how they feel towards you here. But if this so-called low vibrational Michael here, like if they had the opportunity to come towards you, they would actually harm you. I keep hearing, I can't stand this B. Why won't this B go away? B-I-T-C-H. They're calling you a B. They feel like that you're messing up their life by speaking the truth in regards to the lies that they have lived under. Confirmation. Forgiveness is in reverse. This Michael energy, or low vibrational Michael energy, wants to come back towards you to be intimate with you. They feel like their intimacy is like top notch. They feel like that once they sleep with not only you but other people here, they feel like that their sex is enough to kind of keep you in a daze, or more so like a whirlwind of, oh my God, that was the best I've ever had. Oh my God, it's truly not that serious. Are the feds aware? Yes, they are. They're being investigated, yes, and they're fully aware of this, yes. Which is why they're going twice as hard to ensure that they don't fall for what they have done towards you. But yes, they're fully aware. Oh, excuse me. Let me pull some letters. Someone's name is Raymond Robert. Somebody lives in the Raleigh area of North Carolina. Someone's name could be Racine or Racina. Rachel. Roberta. Let's see. Another R, double R. Rough Riders. You could be listening to Rough Riders music, which is DMX. Could be railroad, or they feel railroaded by you, by your truth. Someone's name could be River. Could be Richie Rich. This person may come off as if you come off as if you're rich, or you may have a very rich spirit. Love is in reverse. Someone's name could be Ricky, Richard, Ralph, Ralphie. They feel like because you are by yourself, we have you here, you're by yourself, that other people won't love you, or other people will shy away from you in regards to what you're speaking. Yes, the truth that you are speaking is very taboo, but even though it's taboo, other people can relate to the taboo truth that you are speaking, and that's what they did not want for you. Someone's name is Rachel. Rochelle. Could be Ricky, Ricardo. Could be a sister by the name of Rachel. Could be first, middle, or last initial, however it resonates. Someone's name is Ramona. We have message of forgiveness here. Message of forgiveness. What else? What about this message of forgiveness? Let me use the Kipper. Interesting. Okay. Somebody's been working with the energy of Sobek. Okay, Sobek is... he looks like an alligator with a really long beak or mouth here. He looks like an alligator. Sobek. S-O-B-E-K. Somebody's working with the energy of Sobek to try to get you to stop speaking out, or more so to destroy your life. But Sobek is on your team, whether you are aware or not aware. We do have the spirit and family room, which tells me here that there are other family members that are working against you here to put you in despair. But they're in a position now where they're asking for forgiveness because everything is being out in the open here. The psychiatrist or psychologist here is known for trafficking. And how they get you into trafficking here is if they are fully aware that you don't have like family members or other people connections that could help you to to stay out of harm's way here. They use that to their advantage to put you in a position, or more so in a bind, where they can actually place you in trafficking here. Well, no one likes you, no one loves you, no one is checking for you. Let me put you on prescribed medication that doesn't resonate with you, but is going to alter or shift the mind as to how you see things here. So to the point where it makes you confirmation, it makes you come off as unwell or insane. This psychiatrist or psychological individual here is going to lose their license. We have bad health here. Just because they have a degree doesn't mean that they're only up and up, okay? A lover is doing this, so they are aware or they know someone that could be a psychiatrist or a psychologist here. Could be a friend of a friend or a friend of a family here. Well, yeah, we got this problem here. This collective is speaking too much truth. Could you kind of step in to see if you can get a reaction, a reactive response out of them to kind of make them seem like they're going crazy or insane here? And if you're able to secure this here, then we'll pay you for it. So yeah, this psychiatrist has been being paid under the table to keep you from staying quiet, or to keep you staying quiet. It's a lover that's doing this. Someone's name is Marshall. Yeah, this psychiatrist is a false person. I feel like I want to throw up. Somebody could be pregnant. You're not aware that you're pregnant. Someone's name is 7. You may have a child that's 7 or 8. Someone's name is Saban, S-A-B-A-N, Saban. Hold on, I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta pee. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I gotta pee, child. You know, shaving my. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm busy. Somebody's name is Bernadette. Okay. My name is Bernadette. So you may have been getting a lot of unsolicited calls from a psychiatric ward or a psychologist ward. Like they just wanting to speak to you, but they can't speak to you on those pretenses. You're not a client of this person, but they're trying to use reverse psychology on you to make it seem like that it's okay for them to reach out to you. It's never okay for them to, yeah, look, unsolicited advice and desperate. Yeah, unsolicited advice and desperate here. And this is a suicidal career or a career. This is suicide to their career. They won't have a career after this. They're going to lose their license and they're also going to be in jail. The buck stops with you, but this psychiatrist here have been paid under the guise, or more so under the table here, to traffic other people. And that's what the truth is here. They traffic other people, people that don't have family, friends, support systems here, to put them in a position where they become in a bind here. But I do feel like that there's a psychiatrist, a psychologist here that have been calling you or reaching out to you. They're desperate here because they've been paid initially to get this job done, to make you feel something that you're not. They're trying to give you unsolicited advice, and it's not working here. Trick is in reverse. It's not working. Again, this is just me. I don't understand why people think that if they reach out to a police officer, or they reach out to a judicial appointed person, or they reach out to someone that may have the will or the power to kind of like put you in captivity. I don't understand why they feel like you're supposed to be afraid of that, especially when you didn't do anything wrong. Like they need other people that have superiority over your life, who feel like that they can control your life, to put you in compromising position. And again, like I said, that's just me. That's just nothing to be afraid of. Like, why would you be afraid of an appointed person or a law enforcement or a psychological individual? To me, that's just not something to be afraid of. Like, what's your motive behind that? If that makes sense. Then they're trying to gaslight you into saying certain things to make you come off as unwell. That just doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me. We have judgment here. Okay, we have judgment. We have success as well, and then balance as well too. It's not gonna work. Well, you're a psychiatrist, you know the ins and outs of psychiatry or psychological things, and you can just come in and you can use your gifts in a way where you can more so make this person submissive to where you make them afraid. That's not going to work. Psychiatrist, psychologist, psychoanalyst, it's just not going to work. And these type of things I'm speaking about may come off as taboo, because not a lot of people are aware that, yes, even though they have these certain degrees here, they don't realize that these individuals are actually considered. We have regret here, and honesty is in reverse. The psychiatrist is not telling the truth at all. At all whatsoever. They ain't telling the truth at all. We have honesty in reverse. The camera froze. What is going on with TikTok? Or not TikTok. Okay. There we go. They really don't want this message out. Well, if we make them feel something that they're not, that may work. Well, if we do reverse psychology on them, that's going to make them fold. If you're speaking truth, the truth will never make you fold. Only lies will make you fold. Yeah, too much truth. Too much truth. Yeah, you are unresponsive. You're not answering this psychologist or this psychiatric person here, and they are fully triggered by this. Again, just because someone has a degree doesn't make them to be a positive person. Some people use their intellect or their information in a very negative way. They do. Someone's name is Sally, Samson. We have mechanical here and then overlooked. So they want you to overlook the semantics in regards to what they're trying to do towards you here. If my screen is freezing on YouTube, it's because they're reporting it. So they can report all they want. The truth is always going to be what it is, the truth. So if you feel like my YouTube channel is sticking, it's because they know that I'm speaking too much truth and they don't want it to be exposed. But that's not going to stop anything, boo. I'm in this for the long run, okay? What else, Spirit? Tell me more about this overlooked. We have locked up in cyberbully. Locked up in cyberbully. A cyberbully wants you locked up. A cyberbully doesn't want you to speak the truth in regards to what they've done towards you. We have blindsided here. They're okay with starting the fire in your life. They're okay with trying to destroy your life. But the moment that you start to correlate to the lies that they have been speaking about you is the moment that they don't like that. Somebody could be a fire sign. The psychiatrist can't do anything towards you. They can't push you in a psychiatric ward. You're not going to be admitted to a psychiatric ward. If you were committed to a psychiatric ward, you have place or grounds to sue this individual and also revoke them from practicing in the field. I mean, I don't understand. What exactly are you supposed to be afraid of? A psychologist? For what reason? All they do is mental games on your mental or your psyche. And if you're able to see the games a mile away, that ain't gonna work. So what else do you have? Again, all is mental. All is mental. Literally write that or type that into your Google search. All is mental. That's how most people are able to get away with the things that they do towards other people. They need to break you down psychologically. That's the first thing that they attack is your mind. And attempting to have someone that is, yes, they're very versed in their craft or their occupation here, that's not going to work, y'all. This is a very narcissistic psychologist or psychiatrist. It's not going to work. It's just not. I implore every one of you guys that's on the right side of things, I implore for you guys to start to research in regards to why people do the things that they do. I'm telling you, you're going to always come out on top once you realize the motives behind what they're trying to do towards you. I'm telling you. Yeah, new beginnings. You are in a new beginning here that they don't want to see. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, well. Yes, they're searching for you. They're looking you up. They're researching you. They're trying to see what type of a mindset that you have here. Do you have a strong mindset? Do you have a negative mindset? Can they come in and infiltrate your mind with insidious thoughts? Can they say certain things to you and just be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's no problem. And you don't research. Like they're trying to figure out what they can do to get you to stop speaking out. And these individuals don't have anything to lose. It says private investigator. The private investigator is a psychiatrist or a psychologist that studies you and very hypnotized by you. Not only is a psychiatrist going to lose their license, they're going to have to take several seats. The most dangerous person in the world is someone that doesn't have a fear of anything. That's the most dangerous person in the world. When you don't have a fear of anything. You don't give a flying F in regards to what these individuals are trying to do to you. That's a very scary space from their perspective to be in. Nothing scares you? No, nothing scares you. Why should you be afraid? When you know that you're speaking nothing but truth. You being very calm and settled, and nothing can rock you out of your position that you're currently in? No. Not having fear of anything really frightens them. And it makes them feel like that they have no options left, or they have exhausted all of their options to put you in a predicament to become scared. These individuals will never tell you that they are afraid of you. Sneaky is in reverse. We have weak upright and sneaky in reverse. They will never ever tell you that they are afraid of you. Because they feel like that if you are aware that they are afraid of you, they feel like that you will have complete control and reign over the situation. And I'm here to tell you that you do have complete control and reign of the situation. You do. You truly do. What exactly should you be afraid of? Lies? Are you telling the lies or are you telling the truth? If you're telling lies, I understand why you should be afraid. But if you're telling nothing but truth, what exactly should you be afraid of? Again, all they have is fear. All they have is brutal force. And there are many ways to subdue someone that operate only in brutal force. There are many ways. You're too calm. You're too collected. You're not allowing fear to penetrate you in any way, shape, or form. And that bothers them. That bothers them that they can't bother you. What exactly are they trying to get you to be afraid of? Lies? Do you truly speak lies or do you truly speak truth? Sit with that for a moment. Do you speak nothing but lies or do you speak nothing but truth? So if I'm collectively, generally speaking truth, what is there to be afraid of? I don't care how big they are. I don't care how burly they look. What exactly are they trying to get you to be afraid of? Your nonchalantness makes them very afraid. Again, why should they be afraid if they have been telling the truth like they say they have? They're trying to use lies on you that don't resonate with you. You're a garden too, you this, you that. It's not true. So how can you be afraid of something that's not true? That's what I'm getting at with this. They want you to be afraid of something that is not true. Where's any truth in what they have been saying about you? Where's the truth in that? Oh, you this and you that. Okay, I'm not any of those things. What else you got? Oh, okay, well, all right, that don't work. Okay, let me go extra mile. Oh, well, you're this and you're that. Okay, that's not true. What else you got? Oh, well, oh, wow. Okay, you're not scared of that. Okay, well, let me go back to the drawing board. Well, but you're this and you're that. Okay, that's not true. What else do you have? When you don't accept the lies of what people are saying about you, is going to make them self-destruct. This is why I truly don't feel a narcissist is strong. I don't. Where is the fear in a narcissist? Where is the fear? Where is it? They want you to be afraid of lies. That's not true, huh? They want you to be afraid of lies. That's not true. Okay, granted, I'm not afraid of the lies. That's not true. What else is there? Give us more. What else do you have, karmic? All they have are lies and deceit, man. That's all they have. I don't care what background they come from. I would never, ever be afraid of lies. It don't resonate. Oh, they're not afraid of me. Why in the flying F should we be afraid of a karmic? Because you use brutal force? Because you put hands on people? That should make me afraid of you? Let me pick sense out of nonsense. That's the only thing that they have is fear, is lies. Well, if you break that down and you dismantle all that they have nothing. You know that they lying. You call them out on their lies. And that puts them in the tizzy of a mind. Oh my God, I can't believe you see me. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, you can tell I'm lying. Yeah, heifer. I'm just saying, like, I know that some people can come off as dangerous, but if you strip the things that make them dangerous, that deem for them to be dangerous, they're not dangerous. They have a pew pew. Take it away from them. Take away their fear tactics. Take away their lying tactics. What else do they have? They're more afraid of getting caught than being afraid to actually hurt you. And it's not going to work. Could be a Scorpio, however, it resonates. Is a very strong Scorpio here that has self-doubt here. You're standing up to this low vibrational Scorpio. Who in the flying F are they? Who are they? They're no one to be afraid of. Hey, they're no one to be afraid of. Okay, what else you got? People do things in a very negative way to get a reaction out of other people. That's what they do. They want you to fear them based on the actions that they have taken amongst other people. That's what they want. Yep, I cause harm to this person. I put bodily harm towards this person. I need you to fear me. That's just not something to... Again, this is just me. I promise you, I'm just cut from a different cloth. I just don't feel like this is something to be afraid of. You got to cause bodily harm to another person to make another person afraid of you? Yeah, that's weak in my mind. You have to lie to scramble another person's mind and make you afraid of you? Yeah, that's weak in my stance or my point of view. What exactly do you want me to be afraid of, karmic? What exactly do you want me to be afraid of? What? That you can't be emotionally intelligent to have a conversation? That you use fear as a tactic to make me so-called afraid of you? There's no fear in my heart. I'm speaking solely for me. What do you want me to be afraid of? What? Okay. You can't be like that all the time. That takes a lot of energy to be in there. I'm going to get you. Okay. So when I clip the tentacles off of you, I clip all 8 tentacles off for you, or I clip the head off for you. What else do you have to offer? When you can't make yourself look bigger than what you are currently not, what else do you want me to be afraid of? Lies? Well, I know I'm not sleeping around. I know I'm not hurting people or harming people for personal gain. I know I'm not doing any of those things. So again, karmic, what exactly do you want me to be afraid of? And that's what they did not want from you. They did not want you to stand up to them. They didn't want you to size them up. They didn't want you to call them out for what they are. There's a reason why people do the things that they do, especially with fear. And fear is nothing but a construct. And most people use fear as such, as a crutch, to make you feel something that, you know, anybody that overextend themselves to make themselves something that they're not, you be like, yo, you okay? If everything else if everything else falls, and all they have left is fear, and you just look at them like, you look at them like, okay. Oh, okay. I see why you're trying to overexert yourself, because everything else that you have tried has completely failed. You don't see me? Yeah, we see you. But what you want us to do with that information? I have my perspective in regards to why some individuals become a serial unaliver. Is because they use fear as their driving source or force to get others afraid of them. They use the mental psyche to get into other people's mind to make them afraid of them. Again, this is just me speaking specifically. People do things based on the actions or the response of other people. Let me say that again. People do things or they act on the response in regards to what you give them. Most people can't handle an emotionally intelligent individual because they don't know how you're coming. You just cool, calm, and collective. We don't know what. Wait. So how are you going to show up? We don't. Well, it's a possibility they're going to yell at us. They're going to scream at us. They don't know how you're coming. They don't know. Again, that's why they use fear. Because they don't know what to anticipate from you. Just because you disconnect from someone doesn't make you afraid. Let me look up the etymology of fear. Fear, the etymology of the word fear, calamity, sudden danger, peril, a sudden attack. That's what fear is. States of being afraid, uneasiness caused by possible danger. Let me look up the etymology of the word afraid. Impressed with fear. The etymology of the word afraid is to become impressed with fear. Disturbance, fright, to worry, to concern, trouble, disturbed. I want to look up the etymology of the word impressed. Pressed or forced upon. The etymology of the word impressed is to capable of being easily impressed, having a strong effect on the mind or heart, to stamp deeply within the mind. That's why they use fear. They need to inflict that energy of fear to make them be something that they're not. You want me to be impressed by fear, pressed or forced upon. That's the etymology of the word impressed. Fear, calamity, sudden danger, peril, sudden attack. So you want me to be impressed by the fear that they're projecting. It's just not going to work. As long as I know that I have the guidance of that higher source, I consider the higher source as divine or universe. Y'all gonna do how y'all do y'all thing. That's how I see the universe. Divinely protecting me, knowing that that energy is there to help guide my steps away from safety. What exactly should I be afraid of? An illusion? Let's look up the etymology of the word illusion. Illusion, the etymology of the word illusion is a mockery, scorning, derision, act of deception or deceptive appearance. That's what an illusion is. It is a deceptive appearance, something that's not real. Apparition, delusion of the mind. They need for you to be afraid to make you become delusional. And the moment that you become afraid or delusional in regards to what they're trying to do towards you here is the moment that they felt that they have total reign or control over you, and not a nasty MFer. I don't care what background they come from, not a nasty MFer have any control over me. I say that collectively and generally speaking. A mock illusion, a mocking deceit, deception. And you can look it up yourself. I'm on Etymology, ETMY online. You can look it up yourself. A mocking, deceit, deception. A mocking, jesting, jeering, irony. Literally to play with. So you playing with fear to make me afraid of you? I promise you that's not going to work for me. I don't care how many people you come up against me. It's just not going to work for me. I don't care how many lies that you speak on me. It's just not going to work on me. You're going to have to come much harder than that. And we all know that they can't, because all they have is fear and lies. Again, they need multiple groups of people to come up against you to make them feel that the lies that they truly are speaking is truth. And we all know that lies are not truth. Lies will never be truth. And the moment that they realize that you are not afraid of them is the moment that they start to crack. They start to self-destruct. You're not afraid of me? For what the fuck for? Yeah, I said it. What for? What do you have that's going to deem me afraid of you? What? Lies and fears? Illegal activity. Lies. Or the illegal activity. Reaching out to the psychiatrist or psychologist here. Where the legal activity. Oh, we'll never get caught. Oh, no, don't worry about it. They'll never figure it out. But what happens if you did figure it out? See, when you notice that people that are on the wrong side of things, when they're doing harmful things towards other people, they never plan for the present or the future. They never do. They are solely stuck within the past because the past things that they have done towards other people have been completely successful with them. So it puts them in a position where they're only living life within the past because those are the things that have worked for them tremendously amongst other people. Hurtful and harmful people never live in the present or in the future moment. They always live in the past for what works for them. So what happens if it stopped working for them? They never, ever, ever get to that point. Well, we have miscarriage here. Now they feel like that they have to abort ship or they have to stop the plan in regards to what they're trying to do towards you here because it doesn't work on you. I'm going to keep saying it. A narcissist will never, ever, ever be strong in my eyes. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. They will never be strong in my eyes. Put you together in the room with this narcissistic individual and you speaking nothing but truth and you bellowing out truth or you belting out truth. Oh my God, that's too much truth. No, no, no. No, I can't take it. I can't take it. You ever realize that when you speak so much truth, it gets someone very angry and very agitated because of the truth that you speak? Again. But if they were speaking truth, why would your truth be agitated towards them? This is what I want for you guys. I really, truly want for you guys to stop. Become silent and listen to the inner guidance of self. This is how you're always going to become the best version of self. Stop, become silent, and listen. Listen to the guidance of self. You're going to realize, you're going to truly realize that these individuals are not as strong as they claim themselves to be. They have to hurt and harm someone just to feel strong. Hear that. They have to hurt or harm someone just to feel strong. And there's no strength in that. Again, all is mental. All is mental. One more time. All is mental. What does that mean? Everything starts from the mind. Not everybody's mind is fortified. Not everybody's mind is strong. You're dealing with weak individuals here that want you or want to place themselves in a position as to where they are deemed stronger than you. And they're not. Literally type those words in. All is mental. Type it into Google. Type it into Google and you're going to see exactly what I mean when I say that. Everything starts within the mind. The way that you feel and the way that you think is within the mind. And they're trying to gaslight you to feel and to think a certain way so you can see that their way is superior over your life. And that would never, ever be. Ever. They have nothing over you. Get out of that scare tactic. Get out of that dilapidated mindset of thinking. Get out of that lack mindset of thinking. Get out of that. Become silent and listen to the guidance of what that energy is telling you. I don't give a flying F what anyone says about me. They could say whatever they want about me, but I know for a fact that I am completely connected to the inner guidance of self. And that's the only thing that I listen to. I don't listen to anybody. I'm being completely honest with you. You can say whatever you need to say. Oh, yeah, whatever. But if my inner guidance of self, the energy of self is telling me something completely different, I'm always going to go with what that energy or that information is telling me. Know thyself. Strong communication, strong confirmation. Know thyself. Is a reason why people go really strong to get you to disconnect from God, from universe, from spirit, from source, from Jesus, from Buddha. However way you do your thing is a reason why they don't want you connected to that energy of self. Because they feel it is in their right or their prerogative to have complete control and reign over your life. And they don't. They have no control over you. Yes, Sarah says on TikTok, don't allow anyone to separate from your source. Yes, no one. Oh, since when you believe in God, since when you believe in the universe, man, that's not real. Well, I tried to connect to the universe and I tried to connect to God and that didn't work for me. Well, so just because it didn't work for you doesn't mean it's not going to work for us. Take back control of your life. That means the mind, the body, and the soul. The mind. No one can penetrate this beautiful garden bed of a mind. No one. The body. No one can tell you any type of frivolous BS to where they can get you to lay down with them to get you to destroy yourself in the process as you are laying down with them. And then the soul here as well too. They're trying to get you to go against yourself. Never ever do that. You need you more than ever. Huh? You need you more than ever. Never ever go against yourself. Especially in a community setting. Never. Because the moment that you give up the autonomy of self, you're going to have a little hard time getting yourself together. I'm being completely honest with you. And that's what they want for you. Believe in yourself first and foremost. first and foremost. That's why I keep saying no one, I don't care what background you come from, you could never ever be in competition with me. I say that very cocky and very confident. You would never ever be in competition with me, and vice versa. I would never ever be in competition with you. Your lane is your lane, my lane is my lane. And I would never ever try or attempt to intercede or intercept into your lane. That's yours. That's your lane. And if at any point in time someone is upset that they have more so teeter-totter into your lane, that's an underlying issue here that you need to discuss, discover, whatever, however. I would never be in competition with a person that has a broken mentality. I would never be in competition with a person that's jealous of me. I would never ever be in competition with a person that's envious of me. Again, they're always showing you the blueprint as to who they are. Let me tell you something, collective. And I know this may be hard to believe because you've been through a lot since maybe in your childhood, but I'm here to tell you this. You are worth that and so much more, collective. I'm speaking specifically to the divine collective. You are worth so much more, maybe that you can't see. The potential that you have is so freaking astounding. It's so phenomenal that I hope and pray that you can see the potential within yourself. I really hope and pray that you do. And I hope and pray that you don't allow your potential to go to waste because of naysayers. That's why the naysayers are so rampant and so heavy in your life, because they may see your light before you do. And I'm here to tell you, I see your light. Even if you don't see your life, boo, you have a whole lot of life to live. And I hope that you don't dim your life for any motherfucker. Yeah, I said it. That is going against you. You deserve to live the life that you decide that you want to live. I want you to see the greatness within yourself that I see within yourself. I want you to go out there and be freaking great. Great to the point where you making people sick. Yeah, that's okay. Make people eat their words in regards to what they said that you could not be. And we all know, collectively, generally speaking, that you have more than the potential to be whatever it is that you want to be. The best revenge is your paper. It don't have to be financial, but just the way that you do things, the way that the steps have been ordered for you. You have so many things to be grateful for. So many things. And I just hope that you can see that within yourself. The moment that you learn the lesson from what they have done to you is the moment that you should start to exceed. Yup, they didn't want the best for me. They did everything possible to try to derail my steps, but I stepped over the derailment process in regards to what they have been trying to do towards me, and I still rise. I still succeeded. No one has control over your life but you. You do, not me. I don't have control over your life. Other people don't have control over your life. You have control over your life. And I hope and pray you do something phenomenal over your life where everybody that completely counted you out can see your beautiful glow up, your beautiful or your handsome glow up. No matter, despite the many attempts of many groups of people that try to come up against you, you are much stronger than that. Much, much, much stronger than that. And I hope and pray you see your worth. I really do. The more you exceed, the more sicker they become. Good. Absolutely good. Not even good grades. The more you see your worth, the more greater you will become. Huh? The more you see your greatness, the more greater you will become. Despite all that they've been trying to do towards you. A freaking psychiatrist, a psychologist, damn. You think that highly of me? Oh, okay. I'm just saying. When you finally have your day in court, and you will have your day in court, pluck every pubic hair that they have on their Netherlands. Every pubic hair that you can count is $1,000. Yeah, you're going to have to pay me. You're going to be coming, man, the way you're going to be coming out, child, you're going to be wealthy as an MF. I actually told the judge that. I ain't gonna lie. I was in, my ex-husband wanted to get me to pay child support for my kids. And I'm like, child support? I'm not paying child support for any kids that I don't get to see and nurture and care and love. I'm not paying child support for that. I'm being completely honest with you. And that Ninja Turtle, real big at the top and real skinny at the bottom, told the judge that I need to pay to help take care of these kids from the kids that they maliciously take from me. And I stood my ground and I told that judge, I said, I will lay on this table right here. And I said, for every hair of my pubic center that you can pluck, you can get what? 1 red cent from me. And the judge looked at me like, wow, I don't have no fear in my heart. I'm being very honest with you. I told that, I look her right in her face, a Haitian judge. I look her right in the face. I said, I'm not paying no child support for y'all taking my children away from me in a very ignorantly and egregious way. I told him just so. And she looked at me and she was like, wow, yeah, that don't put no fear in my heart, boo. I don't care what background you come from. I'm being very honest with you. Not only did the judge look at me like, what the f is going on with this lady? They looked at, my ex-husband looked at me, his lawyer looked at me, and the judge looked at me, and they dismissed the case. I know what I say. When I say what I say, I mean what I say. You will never put fear in my heart. I'm telling you. You'll never put fear in my heart. Could that be a dangerous thing? I mean, that's up to the person that feels that way on whatever. However, you'll never put fear in my heart when it comes to lies. I'm being honest. Told that lady, I said, you could lay me on the table and pluck every hair that you see from ICUNT. Yes, I went there. I sure did. Pluck every hair, and every hair that you get, you'll get a penny. Silence. Babe, I keep telling you, my mouth ain't good when it ready. I don't care who you is. I don't care who you is. Don't you ever come for me. Don't you ever come for me. Let's just dismiss the order. Don't speak to me in that way. I said, I don't care who you are. Don't speak to me in this way. Just because you are an appointed person on a seat doesn't mean that you deserve to be there. And there are many occurrences where the other party will try to put you in a compromising position based on the lies that they spoke on you. And nobody is going to tell any lies on me. I'm going to always speak the truth. I don't care what type of battle or what type of method that they decide to use against me. I'm going to always use truth, or the truth is always going to be in my arsenal, and can't nobody beat me with truth, because I always come with solid, hard, factual facts when I speak my truth. Ironclad facts when I speak my truth. You would never, ever be able to beat me with the ironclad facts that I have. And I stamp that 100%. I stamp that 1,000,000%. Find somebody else to play with, boo, because I'm not going to play your games. Period. I would never, ever play your game. I don't care who comes up against me. You can take that however way you need to take that. There's no fear in my heart, I promise you. None. All that fear has completely left out the window, out the door, when I have been abused since I was a child. So that fear shit don't work on me. Like I always say, find you something safe to play with, because when I start speaking truth, yeah, you're going to be in a very compromising position. Oh, well, you should never spoke lies. I'm just saying. And for who resonate, they know that you're not afraid of them. And that's what makes them even more afraid. Because you ain't reacting. There's no reactive abuse. You waited, you did. Job, please. Come with something better than that, boo. Like I keep saying, there are many ways to beat a narcissist. I got strong concrete evidence in regards to that. There are many ways to beat a narcissist. By themselves or with a group of people. Them MFers will never see you, boo, especially when you telling truth. And that's what they weren't expecting from you. They weren't expecting you to be a steel of truth or a boulder of truth to where you can't be pushed or broken or breaking. That's what they weren't expecting from you. I'm sorry, I just don't have no fear in my heart. I don't cause harm to other people, so therefore I don't need to be afraid of anything or anyone. That's just me. That's just me. Someone's name is Athelia or Amelia. Someone's name could be Atkinson. Yeah, avenge. They want to avenge you for speaking truth. Okay, you can bring it. Whatever you need to do, bring it. Whatever you need to do, karmic. Whatever. Because we all know that you are acting out on emotions. We're not acting on emotions. We're acting on intelligence. And we all know that you're not smart. This narcissistic karmic individual, we all know that they're not smart. So whatever. Whatever you want to do is cool with me. Whatever. Oh, I gotta get it. I gotta get revenge. I gotta avenge. The collective is speaking too much truth. And so what? So what? So what? What are you gonna do, karmic? You just gonna make a complete ass out yourself? Okay, that's fine too. You're gonna completely destroy yourself in front of the so-called karmic collective that you thought was going to take your side? Okay, whatever you want to do. But we all know who's the real winner here, and we all know it's the collective. Again, let people do what they need to do. They need to lie, steal, unalive. Let them do what they need to do. Let them do it. Whatever. My name is Robert, Roberta. They are the swindler. They are. They're the fool that's a swindler. Why is everyone afraid of the truth? The reason why that many people are afraid of the truth is because they have been living a lie or a life of lies. They knew for a fact that they were living under an illusion of lies. And the moment that you speak truth is the moment that they consider you to be the ops, or they consider you to be the threat to their lies. That's why everybody is afraid of truth, or most people are afraid of truth. Again, the truth is so triggering, it's so staggering, but it doesn't have a choice but to make things happen or to shift in a positive way. Most people don't know how to be positive. They claim they do. They may say, oh, I'm a positive person, I believe in God and this and that. But when it comes to the actual action to match up to the words or the verbiage or the jargon that they're speaking, it never adds up. So this is when they get beside themselves to contemplate pushing fear onto you to make you feel that the things that you are saying to be true to not be true. So that's why some people are afraid of the truth. Because truth triggers change. It's going to always trigger always trigger change. Always. Criminal. You're dealing with a criminal that knows they're a criminal, but they don't want other people to know that they're a criminal. And they want you to hide their criminalistic ways. No, I will not. You have a serial unaliver that's a criminal that wants you to hide in fear. Child, please. Just as how they can have a pew-pew, you can have a pew-pew. Just as how they feel like that they are very advanced or knowledgeable in fist fighting, you can do the same as well too. So what else is there? What else is there? I'm just saying. So we have clown and homeless. A power exchange. Somatic Witch says on Instagram, a back and forth, a power exchange. But who has the real power, you or them? They need your power to stay alive. They need your power to continue to spread lies in regards to truth. They never had any real power to begin with. They never did. Could be a father figure, however it resonates. Not only is the psychiatrist, the psychologist is going down, other people within this group setting is going down as well too. If you can't handle the truth, stay out of the kitchen of lies. If you can't handle the truth of a person that's speaking truth, stay out of the kitchen of lies. Because I'm not sparing anybody that speaks lies. I am not. I don't care who you are. I'm not sparing anyone that speaks lies. Anyone that's willing to compromise my life with lies, I will not spare you. I won't. It is what it is. You have Capricorn here. Capricorn again. Aquarius. Scorpio. Capricorn, strong Capricorn. Taurus. Oops. It was Taurus. Gemini. Scorpio. Excuse me. Strong Capricorn. Strong Capricorn. Pisces. Thank you for the hat. That actually looks good. That cap actually looks good. Thank you. Cancer. Let's do two more. Cancer. Gemini. Okay. I'm going to keep this live on Instagram so you can watch. All right. So if this resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you didn't take anything from me, from all the lives that I do, at least take this two things that I ask that you take from this or from these lessons. Always protect yourself, mind, body, and soul. Always. Always protect yourself, mind, body, and soul. And secondly, never be afraid of the person that's speaking lies over your head or over your name. There's a reason why they're speaking lies over you. It's because they don't want your truth to be exposed. And the moment that your truth is being exposed is the moment that other people see them for the liar that they are. And you deserve to live a life of opulence, abundance, etc., etc. You deserve to live life to the fullest based on the truth that you see yourself as. So if this resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye, TikTok. Thank you so much for the gifts. You are truly loved. Mwah. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, Instagram. I'm going to keep this live up as well, and you'll be able to review this live. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Thank you so much for the gift, Alma. Thank you so much for the shares as well on YouTube. You are so loved. Go out there and be great. Put your greatness in their face. Be truthful and honest of self. That's the only thing that matters. Be truthful and honest with self. And I'm telling you, it's going to save you from a heartache of pain. I'm telling you, because I lived it. All right? Go out there, be freaking phenomenal, be great. And I'm going to talk to y'all soon. See y'all.